One of the things that I love about Daniel's work is how diverse it is. And I thought that he would be an amazing artist to do the first one-person exhibition with after we opened the museum. I'm Heidi Zuckerman, and I am the CEO and Director of the Orange County Museum of Art, and I am standing today in the Daniel Arsham exhibition. I love the idea that beginnings often hide themselves in endings. One of the things that really catches my attention about the fictional archaeology is the idea that Daniel understands simultaneity, the fact that we can look at the past, we can be very much in the present moment, and then we can also sort of dream about the future. Those three dimensions of time exist simultaneously in his work. That's where the title of the exhibition comes from, Wherever You Go, There You Are. I asked Daniel's studio to send me images of every artwork that he had ever made, and then we laid them all out on the floor and was inspired by what I saw, as if the work was telling me a story that hadn't been told before. In that artwork, it says, time travel isn't just for the movies. That's what inspired the exhibition. And then I started to pick works all based on that idea of both time and space. One of the things that's really amazing about this exhibition is that it's a selected survey of 20 years worth of work. Daniel was kind of moved when he came to see the exhibition because he hadn't seen a lot of this work for 20 years, and there are drawings included in this exhibition that he made right after he graduated from Cooper Union. In a way, it was almost a time capsule for himself, for his hand and for his own creativity, to look at works that he made a long time ago and how he might work in different ways or similar ways now. There's a kind of visual introduction to the show that the exhibition is about time and space. You're greeted right away with the large Neil Armstrong sculpture, and at the title sign, there's an hourglass. The specific meaning behind the hourglass is we all have limited time. So the hourglass shows us, in a pretty literal way, time is passing. So Daniel's work kind of stops that moment in time. And that's really what the DeLorean says as well. That work specifically comes from the movie Back to the Future, and that movie was about what if we had the opportunity to go back in time and right a wrong. And instead of having to go backwards and right a wrong, what if we ask ourselves in every moment of every day, what would I most love? What should I do right now? And this exhibition really asks that question. Maybe my favorite gallery is what I think of as the historical gallery. All the works there are from casts in the collection of the Louvre in Paris. I organized 3 of the sculptures together to form the 3 Graces. And that gallery really emphasizes the idea of past, present, and future coming together. One of the things that's really important to us is that people can see themselves represented here. We have printed on the front door of the museum, "Everyone is welcome." We all get to bring our whole selves to every experience. And it's really important that people know there's no prescriptive experience to have at the museum. One of my favorite things is when kids round the corner of this gallery and they scream, "Pokemon!" And so that's a real opportunity to have people come to the museum and see things that are familiar enough to be exciting, to ground themselves in something that feels safe, and then to be different enough to spark curiosity and to inspire people to think differently, to expand the way they understand things. We want people to find themselves in the museum. We want people to see themselves reflected in the museum, and we want to honor the diverse experiences that people bring. One of my favorite spaces in this building is this gallery. I love that it is open to the public. And this gallery in particular, Daniel really wanted to emphasize that. So he created this wallpaper here. You can see these future relics. And it's also a little bit of a visual pun, the idea that the museum just opened, but if you're looking in from outside, it looks like it might be kind of falling apart. That's a big part of the exhibition design. What do people see first, and how are we telling those stories? The Pokemon gallery has on the other side some of these early relics, and some of them have come back again, right? The Polaroid camera, that like went away and then it came back, but then there are these payphones and my kids are like, what are those? What I hope that people take away from the exhibition is a greater understanding of the objects that they choose to live with and how people spend their time and also their money. Daniel dates the work 1,000 years from now, and the idea is, what will people of the future learn about us based on how we decided to spend our money? Who are you choosing to spend your time with? What are you choosing to spend your money on? How do you want to be known? What kind of legacy do you want to leave? These are some of the themes that I hope people will leave the exhibition thinking about. I'm interested in some of these larger themes, and not in any kind of didactic way. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to think or what they should believe or what their values should be. If we can just softly get people to think about some of these larger issues in a way that maybe they hadn't before, then that's an additional benefit of exhibition making.